Today is a very important day. We have two major announcements. One, a very, very big announcement, and one that's going to be a lot of fun for our fans.
We just committed to an agreement with the Rush for an additional 10 years. This is very exciting for us. This building was built for hockey. It's a beautiful hockey building. Our commitment to the Rush is there. The Rush's commitment to Rapid City, this community, this city, and the Civic Center is there. We're committing to another 10 years.
Craig's right, it's exciting for 10 years. For me, it's been about 14 actually, because it took 4 years to get the building built and get the team going. So we've got a lot of heart and soul into this. When Craig came here 2.5 years ago, I wasn't sure what to expect because we've been working with Brian Maliski for 6.5 years, and Craig's taken it over, and it's been a great relationship ever since, and we expect another 10 years out of that. So just want to say thank you all for coming today, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, by now in our video coverage of today's announcement, you've heard exactly what it is, a 10-year lease agreement between the Rapid City Rush and Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. And now here to give us some of his thoughts, the majority owner of the Rapid City Rush, Scott Mueller. And Scott, thanks so much for the time today, and congratulations on the big announcement. I'm sure this was a very, very long process to get this taken care of, but you just signed on the dotted line moments ago. How does it feel?
Well, it feels good. We've had a very successful, tenor here in Rapid City, and we're trying to make it stronger every year. Some of it is a challenge. There's people's life change and stuff. So to get 5,000 people in every night is a challenge, but it's going well, and we're excited about it.
Now, you look back at the last 10 years. Did you ever think it would come to this point where not only you're celebrating 10, but you've got another 10 in front of you now?
No, not at that time. No, it was hard enough just getting it to go. I mean, it took about 4 years to get the building built, and it went to a public vote and to get the team started. And then, of course, 3 years ago we switched leagues, and it's been interesting to say the least. But it's good. We do it for Rapid City. That's why we're here. It gives people something to do, something to support, and every day we try to make them proud of us. So.
Joe made the point addressing the media earlier that you and the local ownership group came into here basically putting together an unknown. You never knew where it was going to go, how long it would go. Now that you've seen it go 10 years, how do you process it all?
Well, when we started it, we knew it was a small community for something like this. The building's absolutely fabulous. The Craig and the Civic Center staff has been wonderful to work with, I guess. And yeah, it's a little overwhelming. It's something, when you see 5,000 people standing up cheering when you score a goal, or, and then to win the championship in the second year, that's something that's not going to happen every year. So you just do your best, and hopefully we'll get another one in the next 10 years.
So 10 years down, 10 years to go. What expectations, what hopes do you have for the future?
Well, like I said, probably the first and foremost would be to win another championship. That's always your goal every year. Just to make sure that our players are doing a great job in the community, that, it's well respected. The foundation does a wonderful job giving back to the community. I can't thank those guys enough, and the 9 members we have for what all they do, and the causes that they raise the money for is fabulous. It's just, we just want to make sure that it's always a big part of Rapid City, and that's our main goal.
We have more reaction from our Rapid City Rush ownership group, and now joining us from that esteemed group of gentlemen is Luke Peterson. Luke, thank you so much for the time today, and congratulations on the big announcement. 10 years in the books, you've got another 10 in front of you. How does it feel to make this announcement today?
It's exciting. It's a big thing for us. It's a big thing for the Civic Center, and it's a great thing for Rapid City. We're excited to be a part of it.
What has the community and local aspect of all of these last 10 years meant to you personally?
Well, I didn't grow up in Rapid City, but I've been here for 25 years. I finished high school here. My family is here. My family's from here. It's big to be a part of the community where we're giving something back. The entertainment on the ice, it's just exciting. We change our lifestyle for the winter to be part of the Rush. There's a lot of work in the off season that goes into to make what we make on the ice here on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturday nights. It's exciting.
We talked with Joe and Scott moments ago that the ownership group and even Joe himself came out here essentially for an unknown. You never know where this is going to go, how long it'll last, and what'll come from it. 10 years in the books. Did you think it would ever get to this point? How have you processed the last 10 years?
It's overwhelming even today. Looking down the road at the next 10 years, we're excited about it, but it's overwhelming. When you bring something and the financial commitment that went into this, to come to this city and talk about this and then build it, and then year 2 you win a championship, and then we move to the ECHL. It's just been stepping stone after stepping stone. So it's exciting. I mean, I'm somewhat at a loss for words as to how to describe it. I look forward to it each and every day.
Now, obviously, the lease agreement, regardless of how many years it's tabulated for, shows the commitment of this team to the community of Rapid City. What does it mean to you that it is 10 years and not just 2 or 5, but another decade?
It's a long commitment for us, but we're committed to the city, we're committed to the fans, we're committed to our partners, and we're committed to developing players here to see these guys move forward. It was exciting to see Mr. Langhammer start here, go to the AHL last year, come back and play for us here, and then make it to the show. It's exciting to watch how big this thing can get. So 10 years has been a roller coaster as far as a climb, and I'm excited to see where this thing goes and see just how big it gets.
And joining me to talk about today's big announcement is the Executive Director of Rushmore Plaza Civic Center, Craig Balzer. And Craig, thanks so much for the time today. 10 years, that is quite a long time. What did it mean to you today to sign this agreement?
Well, it means loyalty and it means commitment. I mean, for Rapid City to be able to sign a deal like this for this long of a time with Rush is a commitment for a long time. This is very important to Rapid City. This hockey team is very important. It's important to the Civic Center. They do 36 regular season events here and then preseason games, potential playoffs, and all the other events they do here. This is one of our sounding boards for the Civic Center. This is an absolute paramount deal that we've got going on, and we're very happy to have it.
Now, like I said moments ago, 10 years is a very long time. So with that being said, what kind of logistics went into constructing a deal that lasts that long?
Well, we have to have the right property. We have to have, and this room is fantastic for hockey. The ice arena has been a perfect venue for it. We have to have the right tools for the team to come here and want to stay here for a long term. And that's what we've done. We've built the right place. We're operating the place right. It's great. The team has been great to work with. We love working with their management and the players and the coaching staff. So we have a really good relationship working, and that's what makes a deal like this work.
What hopes and expectations do you have for the next 10 years and hopefully many more to come after that?
I'd like to see some championships, wouldn't you? I mean, you know, that would be great. I think that for us at the Civic Center, we hate to see hockey season end. We want to see it continue on. So deep playoff runs, that's what we would like to see. And we know we're going to get them. You've had them in the past. We're going to have them back. It's coming.
Joe Ferris. And Joe, thanks so much for the time today. This has to be a very proud day for you as somebody who's been here since day one, to see the team go into its 10th season and 10 more to come. What does it mean to you today?
Well, I mean, with organizations, tradition starts when you hit that 10th year. You can establish yourself on the hockey world and the hockey front, which we have done in Rapid City with our championship and numerous runs in the playoffs, and making the jump to the ECHL, the top AA league in the country, Mark. And last year a big thing is having Merrick Langhammer start his pro career in Rapid City, and in 15, 16 short months play in the National Hockey League. And it's a situation where you get this commitment from both the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center and our ownership group. Their mandate from day one was to bring something great to Rapid City and make the people have something entertainment wise and something that they can really be proud of come September to May with a long season, and for them to show that they're going to keep this going for a lot of years. And the big thing that people they love the hockey. They love what these players have done in the community. We're so proud of everything that we've done off the ice. You look at minor league teams, whether it's hockey, baseball, or any other sport, Mark, for us to raise $700,000+ away from the rink is, that's probably the most proudest that as a general manager and a former coach that I am about this Rush organization, that all that money stayed local. And, that doesn't happen without great commitment from your season ticket holders, your corporate sponsors in the community of Rapid City, and your owners sticking their neck out to bring pro hockey here to Rapid City. So we're forever grateful.
Now, we talked earlier with Craig Balzer, the Executive Director of Rushmore Plaza Civic Center, what in the logistically to this deal from the Rush perspective, what went in to make this a 10-year agreement?
Well, I think our ownership group has met several times with Rushmore Plaza Civic Center and General Manager Craig Balzer on fine-tuning every document. And I think the biggest thing when you look back on everything, how these deals get done, is it's got to be the commitment side of the ownership. At the end of the day, day, these guys spend a lot of money to give us the tools to have the best product on and off the ice. And when deals like this get signed, it comes from the ownership group. And we're very fortunate that all four of our owners, Scott Mueller, Barry, and Luke Peterson, Donnie Ward, are all local and very prominent in the business community here. That they want hockey here for a long time, and they've made that financial commitment.
That will do it for today's coverage of today's announcement. Be sure to check RapidCityRush.com and all of our social media platforms as the offseason goes on to hear all the news and updates of our upcoming 10-year anniversary. Rush Nation, today's announcement was so important. We hope you all enjoyed it. The bottom line, we're not going anywhere, and we're here to stay.